Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Welcome to our channel. So this evening I'll be creating a card featuring the Enduring Beauty bundle. That's with the stamp set, dies, and decorative masks.
Yes.
If you are watching the replay, do fast forward to the demonstration. If
To
you
the what?
prefer
The demonstration?
If you prefer us, we'll say hello to those of you who joined us live. Thank you so much. Barry brought a cold home.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we've just come back. For those of you that obviously may not know, we've just come back from Rotterdam in the Netherlands for our yearly convention with Stampin Up, and I seem to have picked up a cold. So, and I think I've now passed it on to you, haven't I? So,
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't stop the fun. Still had great fun, but so we're both struggling a little bit tonight. So bear with us. So we're going to say hi, or Jay will anyway.
Yeah, I can't actually see because
Can you
of
not?
the
Because oh yeah. Okay, let us know. We've moved the mic into a different location. Let us know if it makes any difference. Unfortunately, it's right in front of me, the loudest voice, and it's right here. So Jay still needs to speak up for it to go over. But do let us know if it is an improvement, because I know sometimes you do say that we're a little bit quiet, so we've moved it a little bit closer and to see whether or not that improves. So do feedback if you can. That'd be great.
Yes. So we have Kisha, hello, Pauline, hiya, Vic Feduscrap,
Hi Vic.
hello, hello.
So we've got to say bonjour,
Bonjour,
and we have to say
bonsoir,
voulez-vous
scrape.
avec moi ce soir.
Yes.
There we go. Did we say that right? Correct, Vic. He's probably giggling to himself now. I can hear you all the way from Finland here.
Yes. We have Kathy Zucker, hello Anne, Mary Lou, Maureen Sarby, Nancy Amato, Be More Stamper, Deborah Smith, our Debs, hello, Sandra Haya, Yummy Scrap, Julie Kopp, Anne Jordan, and I believe that is everyone.
And that was perfect, apparently.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yes. So
Tommy says hello.
Tommy is here as well. Yes. So he has missed you all as well. So we're going to be playing with the Enduring Beauty stamp set tonight, which is this one right here, which is the stamp set and the coordinating dies and the, if you can see it, and the stencils. So that's what Jay's going to play with. We do have a upcoming class coming up on Sunday this week, a retreat. So it's an all-day retreat with me, Jay, and Sarah Sayers from Kiss Creative. You still can book in for that one there. So if you want to see some more projects with this, where we teach you for the entire day how to use just purely this set and some techniques, then you can book in. So just head over to mitosucrafts.com. I'll just pop the details on the same. mitosucrafts.com. You can go over to classes and events, and then you'll find a retreat section in there. So if you want to book in for that, but I will pop a link in the live chat in a moment if that is something that interests you. Obviously, if you're watching this after the weekend, after the event has done, the class will still be available for you as well, because we record and stream everything. So it doesn't matter if you can't join us live on the day. So even if you want to book in now, you can do. It doesn't matter. So yeah. Cool. That's that.
Yes.
So let's go down. Jay's going to battle with Tommy now, and we'll see how we get on with tonight's stream. So let's go down to there, and let's turn on a light. We're a little bit out of sync. We haven't done a video for it feels like for ages we haven't done a video.
Look, and your marker's off.
I know my marker is off, isn't it? There you go, Tommy.
Thank you. Right, I'll just move my markers. Don't want to see green glitter tape. Well, maybe they do. Maybe you do. So yes, so the card that I'll be recreating or creating is one that I shared whilst we were away. It was for the Stamping Sunday blog hop, which was casing another designer. So, and I cased Tammy C. Wilson of Stamps, Paper, Scissors, and she did, her work is always gorgeous anyway, and plus her Tammy bows. So I did my take on that. I used crumb cake. So the idea is kind of like adding colors to darker cardstock, and I'll be using the stencils and the Enduring Beauty. So I am changing the base, and I've gone ahead and done one. I think it's so this is Smoky Slate, and what I've done is I've just the stencils, you can see that there's different numbers, so you can use that, and of course you can see that it kind of like matches the stamp. So I done two because I couldn't remember how I done the sequence. This one in Misty Moonlight, I stamped it first and then done the mask with craft white ink, but of course you can't see, or it dulls the stamping. So I did another one in Smoky Slate and done the craft white ink without stamping first. So that's number one stencil. I'm gonna add the leaves, which is number 2. And with this one, you can either have a bigger piece and then you can do the notches so you can align it perfectly, but there are some gaps in between that you can kind of see that it matches the flowers. So what I will do is I will tape this down with my paper tape. Just make sure that is, yeah, so tape, and then line it up again. This one didn't really take that long to dry, but of course you can use your heat tool. So I've used that, what is that, leafing as a guide, and then you can see that the curve of the flower. So I'll just tape those, and it's kind of like matches. So I've got craft white. This is the newer version. That's the old version. We have two, and that still got some ink on it, so I'm gonna use it. And you'll need a sponge dauber, and you just basically pounce on it. So instead of swiping, you pounce. Not like raw, but but basically tap to ink it up. Try not to put too much ink on it all in one go, because you can add more or a second layer afterwards, but one layer is fine. And it's basically priming the card, because I want the color to show through when I am ink blending or adding color. But I will be adding different types of coloring, ink blending, Stampin' Blends, and Stampin' Write marker afterwards. So it is a slow process, I guess, because you have to wait for it to dry as well. Ooh, that needed to be slightly to the left a bit, but hey ho. But that's probably why, if you want to cut it off afterwards, get a bigger piece, but I pre-cut it already. So that is now done. So it's still wet, but whilst that is kind of drying, I'm just going to wipe my stencil. Do I have another tissue? Because I'll be using it again, so you don't want to run it under the tap and make it all wet. But wiping it, kind of like just to take off those excess around the edges, is gonna be okay. I haven't actually done this on the number 1, but I'm not using the number 1. So that is done, but I will just clean it. So who else have we got? We have Linda, Gian, hello. Jackie Elliott, hiya. So who else went to the on-stage event in other countries? Let us know in the comment. Right, that is done. So that's still wet. So I'm just gonna get my heat tool just to speed up the process. And I'll switch it on now.
Vickers asked, is there any tips on how to ink up the white ink pad? He's never done it before.
So it's the same as inking up normal stamping pads. The white pigment refill is a lot thicker than the ink for the normal ink, the ink from the normal ink. So you just need to kind of like press it harder. But I tend to do lines like a grill, up, down, and then you can do crisscross if you want. And then after that, get a spoon or a card and just spread it out to make sure that the ink gets into the pad. I do find because the pigment is thicker, sometimes it takes longer to go down. But it's the same as normal dye-based ink with the white. So hopefully that helps. I don't need to ink mine, so I'm not gonna show you, I'm afraid. Otherwise it'll be too much. I always over ink. So that is now touch dry-ish. What's that? It doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna stick that back down. And I will just add some more. Because that's gone. Because it's, I've heat embossed it, sometimes it warps the card. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's nice and flat. It's fine. So next I'm going to add some colors. So for the most of the petals, I'm actually not gonna ink or ink blend, but the number 3 is the shading for the flowers. So again, you can kind of like see the edges of the flower without stamping. You can line it up and then stick that down. You can stamp afterwards, so you get the outline if you prefer. But with this mask, you don't need to, but I will just stamp it so you can see. I think that is the... So memento is fine. You can use Stays On if you're not gonna add any more like Stampin' Blends coloring, but if you are, do not use Stays On. Use memento. So because I will be using my Stampin' Blends, I am mixing my inks. And I haven't had a drink this evening, so... There we go. So you might see my head, apologies, but this, you're just gonna have to line it up. Or if you have a stamping platform, like the Stamparatos, you can use that as well. I'm kind of like just eyeballing it. I can't get my head properly over it. Okay, I'm going to. There we go. I've had my hat on this morning, so apologies. So press that down. Oh, that didn't stamp properly. Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Did I actually? There's ink there. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Bear with. Talk amongst yourselves. Ooh, I didn't press it. Fingers crossed. I don't think it's fine. It's slightly windy, but you get the idea. Love it. So you can either stamp or not, and then you can then add your shading. So I'm gonna add mine, and then add some more. So this time I'm gonna use ink, Berry Burst. So it's really fast. It might have been a lighter, I think Melon Mambo I used originally, but oh well. Again, that one can be cleaned afterwards. And then number 2 again, I'm gonna do my full leafings. I just left it out so it dries a little bit, but that one I'm gonna do in a light green. Parakeet Party or Lemon Lime Twist. Parakeet Party being us after April. So I'll do Lemon Lime. It hasn't dried, but that's fine. I'm just gonna add a bit.
I think some issues.
What?
Seems to be skipping a lot. So.
Is it skipping for everyone? Let us know. And because the leaves are, I will add another layer of it, being quite whatchamacallit, it looks quite blurry, the stamping, because I didn't wait for it to dry. Just make sure you ink blend, heat tool it. But I'm gonna use the number 4 to add the detailing on there, so that will be okay. So I started off with a lighter green, and then I'm gonna add a darker green. So that was the light. You can go back. Darker green. Granny Apple Green is a darker one, or Garden Green. I'll just do Granny. Oh, it's not. I don't think it's dark enough actually. Let's go Garden. Shaded. I'll go Shaded Spruce. Ooh, that's a lot darker. Not too dark, but at least you can see the difference. And these stencils, like ink blending on it, is really fast, so on, I'll bring it up so you can see. So the shading is just there. So now that it's done, I'm gonna add bubble bar dark. Ooh, I think I'll go flirty. I'll go flirty dark, and each individual petal, I'm just gonna add a bit of shading, but I'm leaving some areas white for the highlight. So this one kind of like takes a little bit longer, but this is just an additional how you can step up each coloring. So I'm just doing random. Well, it's not random. I'm kind of like following the lines and just adding my own. So then each petal will have some dark and a lighter shade. Is it still jumping, or is it okay?
It seems to have settled down again now.
Okay. There we go. Just add a couple of lines. And this one underneath. If you want to use more of your blends, I do offer an online coloring masterclass membership, or you can just do each individual classes. Again, details are on our website. If you need more information, let me know. Everyone's welcome. Beginners as well. I do go through each individual. It's kind of like stamp set specific, but I go through each images quite in depth, and I go quite slow. So but it's all about practicing afterwards as well. So I teach you techniques of how to color images, and then you can try those in other sets or the same set, and just practice your coloring. That's weird that it didn't give it that any white, but I'll just add some pink on there. So nearly done. So again, it just gives it a different look than just your stencil. Oh, one more. How can I forget my windy petals? You can ink blend instead of doing the blends as well with this one, because with the open stencil, the number 1, you can reinsert that and then ink blend. Any more for any more? I'm just checking each petal. The highlights are good. And that was dark flirty flamingo. Are you happy, Vic? I showed the color. So now, as you can see, some of the details have been lost. You can use your Stampin' White marker. I'm going to use the basic black. And it's only going to be mostly the pollen stamens, but just the dots. I'm not going to do the lines. You can do the lines if you can get in there. But I'm just checking each one. And again, you can kind of like either draw the center if you find that the ink is going, because it is on top of the craft white, you can pounce it instead. So just do random dots or find the correct dots. I'm just doing this really faster than usual, and I can't really see on top, but just do that. You can also use the memento refill. Where am I? But I'll just finish this up later on. But this is kind of like the process that I did. With the middle, you can use the brush tip. There we go, that's better. It was just easier with the bullet tip to do the circles, but I may have used it too much. Cool. So once that's done, if you have a white gel pen, this one is slightly thicker, you can reinforce the highlights and just add dots on your center bits. What are they called? As well. And then if you want some areas a lot whiter, just go over it and then add some more highlights. But most of these are actually okay. So some areas with white. There we go. I'm not gonna touch the leaves, but that's okay. Anything else? I think it's fine. I've left quite a lot of white, but if you want to add more white, if you over colored with the blends, you can use a white gel. There we go. So just to finish up, take those off. Now for the splattering, I did use a white acrylic gesso, which I believe I have somewhere. It's just acrylic paint, or if you have, so you can splatter that. Also in the set you have this tiny stamp for the flowers, so I stamped that as well. I'm not gonna splatter the gesso just because again it takes time to dry, or shall I? I always have a heat tool anyway, so I could splatter. So let's get an ink block. Oh, my nose.
You right?
Yeah. So I keep old Wink of Stella just for this purpose. Add a bit of water because you don't want to use kind of like your water painters nice brushes, and then forget to wipe them or wash them off. So Wink of Stella brush, a bit of water, and because it's disposable, it doesn't matter if you forget to wash it. Right, and then just splatter. I'll just make sure that that's in the middle. Ooh. Oh no. Big blob. But because it splatters, it doesn't matter. I think there's water still in there. You could also use the lid depending on how, there we go, thin your you made your paint. Just make sure you do cover your work surface. And Tammy did a lot of splatters. I was like, I do like splatters, but because the image is quite big anyway, I didn't do as much. But it gives it nice paint background. Right, that is done. Don't have to wash that. And I will just get my heat tool again for that one. I will just wipe this off. We have got the new catalog as well for, is it May? May 2024 to April 2025. We can't share with you what the inside looks like, but we can share you the cover later on, if I remember, because I tend to forget. Right, heat tool again. Right, because some of my splatters are really full and bubbly, or moundy. It does start to bubble, so it's better to leave it aside until it's dry. But you can kind of like half heat tool it and then half dry it by air. If you want more white, I'm just gonna use this one and just add some more, and it's got a different look to it, and it doesn't matter if it's not stamped properly, because I just want to add some more detail and texture along the background. And I'll wait for that to dry and I can do my sentiment. Anymore. Right, that's gonna dry. So the sentiments in here are lovely. You can choose one. It's got a coordinating die for the label, and you can cut that out. Or if you want other sentiments, you can do. I did opt for the new online exclusive, Sweetly Scripted. And I think I'll use, no, I'll keep it to Vera Vanilla. If I can find one. Alright. I will be fussy cutting, so that gives time for it to dry. Ouch. Right, so what did I do? Thanks. Was there a thanks? Oh yeah, thanks. So a million thanks later. As you can see, it's really long, and I just want thanks. Of course, we have to use the marker to stamp technique to ink up just the word that we want. Half on it. And then fussy cut. Where's my... Oh, I think it's still in the top. I had a card and a cuppa this morning. So some of my tools are still in there. But luckily we have 2 snips. So you can be as close as you want. I'm sure you know. I'm just gonna do a quite far out. Fussy cutting. Anyone else come in, Barry?
I don't know what we got to, what we said hi to, so let's have a little look. We've got Kathy has come in, some crafty sessions.
Right, I've got like really inky fingers. Hello, Kathy.
Got Mario Garcia that's come in. Vivian, I think, from France has come in.
Hello, hello.
Lisa Scrap and Co.
Hiya.
Yeah, sorry if I've missed your names.
Right. I did tell to Barry there's a lot of techniques on this card, so that's why I'm only doing one. Do check out the Global Stampin' Video Hub on Friday. I'll do some more cards with this bundle. And of course Barry has created lovely cards with this as well. So I think that's dry. Ooh, that one's still wet, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna do that and then finish up. So gray, I'll do a dark background. I'll do a blue. And I do like Night of Navy. We'll go Night of Navy.
Judy has just popped in. Jaylene is in as well, so
Hello.
I'm not sure if we said hi to everyone.
I think that's... no, that's Blueberry Bushel. I'm just moving Tommy to get my Night of Navy.
You're right.
Right, so this one is 5 inches by 3/5 of an inch. So I'm gonna do a mat that is an 1/8 of an inch bigger. So that should be 5/1/8 and 3. Oh, that's wonky. 3 3/4. And then of course our normal card base, normal for us, 5.5. And 4/1/8. Just double check. That looked quite long, didn't it? It's fine. So bone folder. I did in my pot. So I'll use this one from Vicky. So that's still slightly wet, but I'm just gonna go with it. And it's just got a tiny border. And I opted for vanilla just because it's got the white on there. So I just wanted it to stand out a bit more. And before I do that, I'm gonna add some twine. So baker's twine, I got loads. It is retiring, but one way to continue using it is take off the in color. That's what I did. Well, it's still current, but afterwards, if you still have loads of this and you don't want that hint, it's only one thread of the in color, just take it off and you have white. Might as well use it. So I also kind of like this strand individually and then put them all together again, just so I think I've just so they kind of like spread out a little bit. Right. How am I gonna do this one? So let's go that way. Up. Let's go up that way. Okay. I know it's covering the big flower, but so stick the back. And then you can kind of like spread it out some more. And then that can be stuck down now. And I also did a half loop. Is that, I don't even know what it's called. Oh no, there's a knot now. Not. Who's there? What's the joke? I don't know. Again, I'm just gonna take off that tiny one piece. What jokes were we saying last time? Was it with knots? I can't remember.
No idea. Can't remember it,
No idea. There. Sometimes I do things with twine and I forget how I've done them because I don't do it often. So instead of a bow, I just did... Oh, where are you? Is that for a half knot or one knot? There you go. And then just spread those out. Hopefully you saw that. I was so engrossed on doing it properly. So spread that out so it's kind of like looks like a tubo. Oh, I will need that box. Did you... The box that was in there. Oh, it's on the table. Mini glue dot. Right, nearly done. Would that still go? Yeah, I think that still goes. Mini glue,
Okay.
that's it. Thank you. Right. Right, fold it in. Add that on. I will be hiding that knot anyway. But I'm just going to kind of shape it, but not really. You could also give it a haircut, the threads, if you prefer. If it's too long, I try to kind of like do it staggered as well, so it doesn't all look straight. Just little things that takes longer. You're probably thinking it doesn't makes a difference. It does in my eye. There we go. Just so it's slightly staggered. And then finish up. You can, because it's so thin, it's hard to add dimensional. You can cut dimensional easily as well, but you can fold mini glue dots. And it just gives it a bit of height, but not too, it doesn't become too heighty. I didn't use my chamois.
Oh no.
Big. I will use it afterwards, but yeah. Right, one more. I just remembered. For the end bit. and I'm just gonna use that to hide some of that. Oh, it moved. But of course I want to see those baker's twine. And then finish up the core crowns. This is from the Nature Sweetness Suite. If you love this, this will be retiring. And I'll just do... Oh, it looks nice with the blue, doesn't it? Well, I think so. I think so. Hopefully you agree. And then one more big one somewhere down there. And there we go. That is my card. I hope you like that. And try some mixed media on your cards. So you have paint, pigment, dye, alcohol, inks on there. This is the original on crumb cake. I do like it on the crumb. And I may have... No, I didn't. It's still white, but it did dry. I think because of the white, the pigment on the smoky slate, it dried a lot lighter than on the crumb cake. That one, that's why I added some more highlights. You can see the white. And with that white gel pen, you can add a couple of layers of that to make it a lot stronger. And I believe that's what I did. Ooh. Just to make it stand out a lot more. Just because these pens tend to seep into the card. And that's that. So Barry, are you gonna come over? I got loads to tidy up, but whilst Barry's coming over, I can show you the catalog. So which one do you prefer, the blue or the... I think that's copper clay.
I know what one I prefer.
I do like the blue.
Yes.
Myself.
Blue is my favourite too. So I think that's lovely. And those cork rounds are really... Are they cork rounds?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, cork rounds. Are really lovely too. So well done, Jay. Beautiful card there from you this evening. So yes.
Yes. So Enduring Beauty, that is from the mini catalog, and it will be carrying over. I've gone through my what's it called? Catalog. To go, I might go through it with you if you want to. At some point or soon. What's the Enduring Beauty?
Yes. Would you like would you like just a video of us going through and telling you what is retiring? Is that going to be easier for you? And then maybe you can then follow along with your catalogue and then mark it off at the same time, so you know, or at least maybe so let us know if that's something you're interested in. It will obviously just be a video of us showing you pages of the catalogue and talking, and then Jay going ooh ah, as he does when he goes, oh, that's going, oh, this is staying. Yeah. So it might be quite an interesting.
And I've done the annual catalogue as well, because in this new annual catalogue,
Ooh, look at
it's shiny.
So it's shiny and
It's
new.
like it's clear embossed.
It is. The front cover had some mixed reviews. Me and Jay personally, we really like it. We think it's a really lovely, fresh cover. It shows off what people are doing, creating, crafting. So yeah, we think it's a really, really lovely catalogue. So, but as every catalogue, there's always going to be people that do like it and some that don't like it.
But people are still talking about it.
They are, yes.
Even if they don't like it.
So, if you would like a copy of the catalogue, when we get some, we can send them to you. So do please let us know in the let us know in the comments, or contact us if you'd like a copy of the catalogue, and we will send something out to you.
Is the email there?
Details are on the screen right now. Barry and Jay at mitosucrafts.com. Emailed us with that with a catalogue request, and we know how many catalogues we need to order, really.
Yes.
Janet, yes, we do agree with you on that one there. That is our only problem.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is it some on the back? No.
So yeah.
They're hiding.
They're hiding. They're hiding in the bushes.
Waiting to be invited, I think.
Yes.
But if you are a male crafter and you want to join our team, you're more than welcome.
Yes, you are. It isn't just ladies that craft. Men do craft too. And obviously we've got me and Jay, and we have Vic that is here this evening that we know of. That is a male demonstrator. So, yes.
And of course, if you are female and you want to join our team, you're more than welcome as well.
So, yeah. So, that's that. Let's remove that, and let's just go over to our lovely, lovely faces once again. And that's it. Softer light. So yeah, are we going to be doing a video with the swaps?
Yes,
Did
we
discuss
are.
that?
Yes.
Tomorrow evening?
Yes, you can do it. You can do
No,
it.
you'll end up taking over because you're just get so animated. So if you would like it, we were thinking of going live tomorrow evening again here on YouTube for to show you our swaps. Now we have got stacks and stacks and stacks of swaps, so it's going to be a long video. I'm just going to warn you, it will be long.
Yes, we did 70 swaps plus 12 artisan swaps, and when we ran out, lovely demonstrator from Europe and around the world, because there was some New Zealand, Australian and Canadian and American as well demos that visited the Europe convention, and they just gave us their swaps because
yes, so we've done 70 and we've come
people.
back with a lot more than 70. I know that much.
Yes.
So oh dear.
And maybe we can show you our prize patrols
and Tommy's bum there.
and
So
Thomas,
sorry.
Yeah. Tail. Anyway.
So yeah, so we will show that to you tomorrow evening. So I think we're planning to. Well, we might have to think about that because I may be out tomorrow night. We will see. But probably about 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, won't it? So 7:30, we reckon tomorrow night we will be on. So watch this space. But yeah, we will see you over on Zoom now if you'd like. We're going to go over onto Zoom. The link is in the live chat now.
Save it quick.
Save it quick because it disappears as soon as we end. And yeah, we will see some of you on Zoom in a moment for a little chat whilst we tidy. If not, we will see you hopefully on Friday for Funfold Friday, and then again on Sunday for our regular Sunday night crafting.
After our online craft retreat.
After our online craft retreat. So yes, so you have until the 22nd of March to book in. The booking closes on the 22nd of March.
Just so you have enough time to prep.
Yeah, I know Hazel, we mentioned it to you earlier on, and I said it's going right up to the wire, but no, it's the 22nd you need to book into, so it is still open. It'll be for the PDF options and for the videos and access to everything which we've got on there. But yes, I know Hazel, you mentioned that you had this set and hadn't played with it yet, so it might be a good opportunity for you to come along and join us on Sunday. But yes, do check that one out.
Yes, Zoom starts as soon as we get off
Vic,
YouTube.
we stop and then we start again probably about a minute or two later.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
So we will see you again very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It looks nice from afar.
And we will see you very soon.
Cool.
Take
Thank
care for
you,
now.
everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.